Hey everybody, welcome to the Torah Matinee Shiur. It was Parsha Shoftim this week, and I had a really deep and introspective Shabbos, and so I wanted to try to capture some of those thoughts. I don't really prepare for these anymore. I just kind of wing it and say what it is, and I don't really know what it is until I start, and that's a weird thing. It's a particular gift that I have where one word leads into the next and somehow weaves into something. And so hopefully this one will go well. But Shoftim means judges, and judges in this case are actual judges. That will be overlooking the people, maybe providing guidance of some kind, enforcing the law, that kind of thing. And it tells us that that these people, these judges, they are to rule with mishpat tzedek, with righteous judgment. That this isn't a perverted sort of selfish judgment. It's not a perverted judgment. It's not one that's related to bribery or self-seeking interests. It is justice, what we call down here on the South Coast, justice of the heart, where it's doing the right thing. But the right thing is based on tradition. The right thing is based on personal circumstance. Um, the right thing is based on what it is that you actually are trying to accomplish. Um, and the right thing always requires rigorous honesty, um, both towards others and toward yourself. Something I've come to realize is that, especially here on the South Coast, people tend to keep things under their hat, and you don't really know the full situation, and you don't need to know. And so, because you don't need to know, then you don't know, and there's not a lot of useless information being carried around. It's all very practical, and related to the moment, and that's something I really enjoy about this life that I live. That I'm surrounded by a lot of like-minded people, and I have a really bitchin' life. But this Shabbos, learning about Shoftim, learning about, thinking about honesty. Um, some feelings settled in on me that I couldn't shake. And as much as I try not to think about such things, that's what was happening, and I want to share that with you. The kinds of thoughts that I had that were related to Mishpat Tzedek. So when I came to the South Coast, I I knew that I wasn't going to be immersed in a Jewish community. It was a choice that I knew I had to make, and it's a choice that I make every single day. Is um, do I go to a community and live according to my tradition, or do I stay where I'm at and do the work that I'm doing and serve in that way? And the answer I get, on a consistent basis, uh, is stay where you're at. It's good for you. Stay where you're at. And so that's what I do. But I really miss, my life. I miss the people in my life. And the feeling that I had this Shabbos is one that comes from being zikneh, right? When I turned 60, I became an elder. And what that means is that um, the wisdom that I attained in the 50s, chokhmah, um, and it combined with the the koach, with the strength that I had in the 40s, and in all the different stages in life. Now I'm zikneh, and I'm grateful every single day that I've lived to have a long life. The way I say it to people is, I'm invested now. So when I was young, I didn't care. Like I could toss it off. Like my life had no value to me, and so I would do crazy, insane things. And I figured, I would just go out in a blaze of glory, and that's David. Um, but the other day at dinner, the conversation somehow came around to, how do you want to die? And, my answer always was blaze of glory, fall off a mountain, drown, in the ocean, that kind of thing. But I said the most startling thing, and I really meant it. I said, I want to die of old age. I'm having a good life. I really enjoy it. 20 more years. Sounds good. And wow, I was so amazed I said it. And, it's the truth that somewhere along the way, I learned how to live life. I learned how to enjoy my life. And so, I want to live. Crazy. So it is, and that's a good thing, Um, and so then the question that I face most every single day is, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? Then, if I have 20 years to live, what am I going to do? And so we have cherished dreams and hopes, and we live with those in mind. But sometimes we change, and we try to hold on to our cherished hopes and dreams, and they just don't fit anymore, and it's a sad thing, to move on in life. I personally, could never go off the derrick. It's not an option available to me. I mean, I've always been a godly person, and according to every religion I've participated in, I'm going to hell according to them. And so this is my hell, South Coast, and I use, I have a lot of suffering, a lot of mental, issues, and these are my kapara, and in this world, I feel like I'm doing the right thing, Shoftim. So, but sometimes we have to let go of our cherished hopes and dreams, and that's hard. But that's not the thing that was bothering me. As you get older, um, something I've learned is that sometimes situations reach the point where you can no longer repair them. Like a good example is my father, and I spent a lot of time thinking about this. That I made my peace with my father, and I saw him, before he died, and I was good, and so I came back up here, and then my father died. And so, for a long time, I was content, for myself. I had faced my issues, and we were good. And so, but lately, I've been having this feeling that I hate to call it regret, but that's what it is. Is that um, my dad never got the opportunity to experience this new David that loved him and understood and empathized and really wanted to be with him and wishes that he I could talk to him and the David that loves his father and misses his father and appreciates all the good things and knows that I never would have been this guy without my father. And every single day I realized, oh, that's a dad thing, and my dad did that. And I try to tell myself that, my dad had a lot of good experiences with me, and he knew that I loved him. But I'll be damned. The regret that I have is that Maybe he died thinking, that I was mad at him, I can't ever tell him that that's not true. Like, I can't fix that. Like, if that's what happened, like, if he thought I was mad at him, I didn't call my mother, like my whole life. My dad would say, call your mother. And now I have this weird regret that I made my mom sad. Like, a little late to realize it, she's dead. I can't, like, go back and say, Mom, I'm sorry I made you sad, all these years, like, my whole life, I'm sorry I left home, and I can't say that. So I'm never going to be able to get over that. I mean, it's, wow, I didn't expect it. I didn't see that coming. So, when this feeling came upon me of, irrevocable things, I started thinking about episodes, in my life where I did something really, messed up to someone that I love, and they've got to be mad at me. And I can't fix those things. And I'm down here on the South Coast, and I can't really do much of anything. Shoftim, righteous judgment toward yourself. Like, you have to be nice to yourself, man. Like, I can't carry these feelings around. It's not going to work for me. Um, and it's the very next day, and it was a startling Shabbat, and I tried as much as I could to keep a lid on it. But it's definitely something that needs to be dealt with. There's people who are living that I love very, very much, and I think about the things I did, and it's no wonder that, they don't talk to me. I mean, the very last time I saw my son, I did something fucked up. Um, the girl, I mean, the list goes on, and I can picture the moment, you know, that I fucked it up for everyone. And those things, you just don't. You can't. It never will happen. Um, what's done is done. And all I have left is the telling of the story and the hope of forgiveness, reconciliation of good things, all, for everybody, that everybody's heart will be happy and contented and good things and just beautiful goodness all the time. It's all I want for anybody, and that's all I want for myself, and that's what I work toward for people I don't even know. That's my life. Mishpat Tzedek. Ger Tzedek. Zikneh. I am what I am, and I'm grateful for that. And may Hashem bless us that we can be grateful in our moments, and that we can understand the truth of our purpose and can have the strength to continue working toward that thing that we were created to be. And only good things for all of us.